いらっしゃいませ。
いらっしゃいませ。
いらっしゃいませ。いらっしゃいませ。
はい。
はい。
はい。はい。
昆布締めにしてお海苔で巻いてます。
わさびでどうぞ召し上がってください。どうぞ。
どうぞ。ご案内。
はい。
はい。
で、組が。
はいはい。
Today, Matsusaka beef, soy sauce marine. あと上、イクラ。OK? 下はお寿司のシャリです。軽く混ぜて。どうぞ。
会長似合ってます。
で、こう全部ブリーチで抜いて、そこから染めた。
めちゃめちゃ似合ってないですか。
どうですか。今欲しいですか。ブリーチあっさり抜けてくるんですよ。本当に美味しい。だからよっぽど時間かかるよって最初言われたら全然普通の染めるよりも両目に3時間かかるだけ。何にもサクサク。
Special rice so amazing taste.
Do you like glass of wine?
はい。
Normally, the cow has been raised about 85 pounds, but today's beef is 50 bucks. Is the beef aged?
Not aged.
Not aged at all.
So
Okay.
fresh.
Okay. Also, this is kind of a summer beef.
This year in Japan, so hot.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
ですね。これを少し昆布締めにして炭で炙っています。いつも通りまずはお塩とわさび、その後からしを入れます。どうぞ。
どうぞ。
This beef is breeder Shinya Ueda, very famous.
Very nice.
Kobe beef, number one breeder. 通に高級なバーベ
Because
キュー
mine is much more tender.
Oh, really?
And you are VIP.
松茸マッシュルーム with white miso soup and corned beef tongue.
波が計算すると多いな。What was he using?
Japanese sweet potato. Dip sauce, please.
It's Kai Japanese Kai no mi. Kai no mi. K-I-N-O-M-I Kai. 一応計画にはニューヨークも入ってます。なんで、
So when Marcus one travels, you
もちろんここはね、名古屋で3番手のことがおるんで、本当にまたそれから面倒見てください。
までに行った時に予約して
もういつでもここへ本当にお若いのに田中夢いくつですか
34です。
優しい You mean this restaurant? Oh yeah, just that.
行ってみたいですね。How did you discover this restaurant?
We searched the Tabelog.
Oh, okay. Reservation.
Reservation time, and he's closed on Monday, Tuesday, so it's only Wednesday or something. But go there and he very小さいexecutive. He's on the line for half an hour. You gotta get the seat. That's how I got the seat. That's how I was thinking.
You reserve it?
Yeah, I couldn't get because people here locally just reserve.
Today is Matsusaka beef.
Amazing beef is coming. Today, Matsusaka beef. First, no seasoning. Next, salt or wasabi. Thirdly, sauce. Enjoy.
初めてその時に見て、娘がと思ったら本当にちっちゃいな。お前打ったな。
間違いないでしょ。
一番筋肉つく速さは6倍です。6倍です。6倍で言います6倍。その代わり4割は残ってます。4割の筋肉が残っている。でその4割もないよりは4割ある方がその脂肪燃焼が早いんで、ダイエットに行って今ちょっと流行ってるんですね。ああいうこれだ。
握り感がやっぱりすごい出てくるんですよ。絶対ホルモンが強すぎる。
女のああいうボディビルダーの人もさ、打たなきゃならないよね。絶対にね。そうか。女の人たちどうしてそんなになるんですか。
Next dish is sukiyaki. Beef with sukiyaki beef. Sorry.
Do you cook?
Yes.
No, but yeah, the things in the whole,
Come here maybe at least once a year, sometimes twice a year. It's only it's easy, right? Easy, yeah. No visa and
これね、銀座にね、すき焼きおばさんって人がいるんですよ。こんな余ってますよ。
do you know I don't know any sake. I don't know sake. Wine I know, sake I do not know at all. Japanese.
はい。
はい。失礼します。お待たせしました。
はい、皿をください。
はい。入ります。ナイスネームイズ銀のミカさん。これも寄付。
Thank you, Nikuya Tanaka, for the incredible meal. Now it's time for my rating to see if it's worth the travel. Before I rate the food, I want to remind everyone that I'm not a big meat eater. I usually struggle to finish a steak or feel nauseous after eating too much beef. That being said, I feel so satisfied with this beef omakase. Every course is thoughtfully planned, transitioning smoothly from lighter bites to heavier dishes. With the palate cleanser in between, it made me genuinely look forward to the next beef course. My favorite is the beef and sea bream roll, probably because of my biased sushi-loving nature. I also wouldn't mind having a second serving of the Chateaubriand steak, which says a lot. The Matsusaka beef is the highest quality beef I've ever had, with a unique sweet beef flavor. So I rate the food a 4.7 out of 5. For the service, it's completely different from most steak meals where I don't get to watch the chefs cook. Here, the straight counter-style setup lets everyone see the chefs prepare each dish. The staff are also friendly, some are proficient in English, and others can explain courses simply but effectively. Chef Tanaka might seem serious while cooking, but he's actually quite friendly and wouldn't mind sharing with some champagne. The service is a 5. The restaurant is located in Ginza, and it's also conveniently located just a block away from two of my favorite bars, Bar Hoshi Iris and Bar High Five, which makes it so easy to continue the night after dinner. Before dinner, Ginza has tons to offer as well, like luxury and boutique shopping, or you can visit the Art Aquarium Museum, which is only a 10-minute walk away. The location is an easy 5. The omakase is 49,500 yen, which is roughly $330, making it 2.7 for the price. The overall rating is 4.35, which makes it worth international travel. So it doesn't matter where you're traveling from, Nikuya Tanaka is 100% worth the visit. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.